Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to episode number 27, the Amy Winehouse edition. Special thank you to the M. Alex Broadcasting Company and Power 108.9. Sorry if that was too soon. Welcome to episode number 27, everybody.
Episode 27 in the building. I don't know about necessarily the Amy Winehouse edition, but I would say episode 27.
I was going to say Kurt Cobain, but then I didn't want people to do some research. And,
Okay, I'm going to go Eddie George.
Oh, good.
Eddie George.
We're transitioning just to the number 27.
We'll go back to the number
The
27.
number 27.
Nah, we just want to get people that's in the land of the living right now.
Right.
All right. There you go.
Rest in peace, Amy. Okay. Welcome back, y'all.
Let's
Welcome back.
let's just meet in the middle and call it the Austin Riley edition.
There it is.
27.
That's fine.
That works just fine.
works perfectly fine.
Could have led with that, but thanks.
I didn't even think about it going into Braves Fest next Saturday. Austin Riley.
It's going to be good. Braves Fest is going to be good. And that's on the 27th as
Oh,
well.
weird. There we
Very
go.
interesting.
Sorry, it's time to wake up
27th,
for
all over the place. Welcome back, y'all. Thank y'all for joining us on this Saturday. Got B-Dog back in the building. What's going on, man?
What's going on, y'all? It's been a minute since I've been up here,
man.
so I'm
It's
glad
good
y'all
time
had
for
me
you to
back.
come in.
Yeah.
Good time, man. How's everything been? 6-8, how y'all rocking?
It's a little slow lately, but we about to pick back up this coming up week, with Braves Fest and spring training coming up.
Before you know it.
we're not slow for long.
Not at
so
all, not
we,
at all.
we got a lot of
Okay.
stuff coming up. Got to soon have AFC, NFC showdown broadcast and things that we'll be doing. So
Okay.
that'll take up some time. So we getting back in the swing of things, literally.
Literally.
Yeah.
Sounds good to me. We got RyanBeasley.com back in the building.
For most of your spell good needs, visit ryanbeasley.com. Promo code GHS10. ryanbeasley.com.
A little warm. That's all right. Back in the building, man. Thank y'all for being with us. How you doing, bro?
I'm good.
What's going on, man?
I'm
How
good.
you been?
Good. Went to celebrate Mom's birthday.
Happy birthday, my dude.
Cooked some sushi, made some sushi, rolled some sushi.
Man, be getting down with the sushi.
And, just good to see the family. Had a good time.
Cool, man.
Ended up leaving Woodstock at like 10 o'clock last night. Still coming home while the Hawks game was on. I was just like, how's this game still on? What's going on?
I don't understand. Well, it was on for a while, and you found out that your boy Haslam
Yep.
got his jersey retired.
Yeah.
Once again, I think it's just like last show. I think we played y'all right before the show. Like the night before.
We should play a handful of times a year. It always makes it fun.
Yeah, so with the same division, all that kind of stuff too. So it's all good. Well, hey, welcome back, everybody. We are in the building. Let's go ahead and get this thing started. Get it off my chest. Y'all can go first because I got something. I got something. If not, I'll go ahead and go.
I don't mind. I just got a quick one. It came from a highly recommended.
Okay.
With all due respect to Kevin Hart, that Lift movie. Didn't like it.
You didn't like it?
Nope.
Understood.
I haven't heard much about it, but I mean, I've seen people post, going to it and everything like that. I've heard nothing but good things. So this is the first time I've heard somebody say they really didn't like it.
I've seen it. I wasn't upset with it. You just won your bag, huh?
Speaking of seeing it, it's one of those movies you've seen 100 different times with different characters.
Like a bank heist type of thing.
What a plane.
Spoiler alert. But
What a
go,
I mean, look, that's why. Look, if I'm gonna see it, I'm gonna go see it.
Right,
it is what it is.
check it out if you want. But I watched it because it was highly recommended. I was just like,
Yeah.
Gave you a man.
yeah.
Yeah.
Literally.
Understood.
Yeah.
Understood. You got something to get off your chest, bro?
No, I think my chest is pretty clear right now.
Good right
I ain't
now?
got nothing. Ain't no issues with too much right now.
Easy to breathe out here.
Yeah.
Not me.
Uh-oh.
Not digging it. Now, it's supposed to be, you said last show, it should have been to get off my chest, but I'm putting it out there this time.
Oh, good. Run it back.
Running it back. Okay. Hawks.
Yep. Here we go. Here we go.
Hawks. Please don't do what I think you're going to do, which is trade DeJounte Murray.
You won last night.
The last two games, he's hit game winners.
It's true.
Cold-blooded.
He literally did hit the game winner.
So
and
what
then
you trying to
like
say?
A 2-second.
Don't trade him. If you're gonna trade anybody, if you're gonna blow up the team, at least keep him. If you say Trey and
Capella,
Jalen Johnson
Hunter.
aren't touchable, he should be in that group. You just traded for him, and now you ask for 2 first-round picks again because of what you just traded for to get him.
And
So
extended.
are you saying that he shouldn't be traded because of the 2 game-winning shots that he had?
No. That's just icing on the cake for my moment, just to say, look at what he does. He's
Okay.
a dog, okay?
Okay.
Outside of that, you already have a guard who's not the best defensively, right?
Okay.
So they saying it's not working, but with both of them getting 20 a night, basically, I don't see how it's a
I think they're
problem.
saying it's not working from the standpoint of wins. Like when those 2 are your main guys. Now, obviously, you got issues everywhere else. But with those 2 guys being at the forefront, you know what you gave up to go. You gave up 3 first-round picks to
That's
go
what
get
I'm
it.
saying.
and you extended him. So there are a lot of expectations that come along with that, and I don't think a lot of people have even thought that they've even gotten close to meeting those expectations, let alone exceeding.
Okay. Well, my argument to that is don't make he like he's the scapegoat. Quinn Snyder is the issue. To me,
He just got there. This is his first full season.
it's about to be a year almost, right? Right. It's right for All-Star break is when they fired Nate.
Yeah.
And they hired him right before All-Star break, correct?
Right.
Now, the interim coach, was it Panky? Who was it Panky? That was his name?
Yeah, something like that.
Won 4 straight games, and then they bring in Quinn Snyder like, oh, this is just some hot commodity coach, but he was on the couch. I believe that he's trying to scapegoat it and say it's the team, let's blow it up, and let's try to start over. No, trying to keep Trey happy and all that kind of stuff. You need DJ on the team, man. He wanted to be here. I don't know if he still does now after the trade rumors. You have more insight as far as the Hawks go than I do, but I just don't like it. It doesn't make sense.
Well, DJ is the type of dude where he is dedicated. He's devoted to wherever he is.
Understood.
You know. Obviously,
As a
he hears
professional.
right. He hears the noise. But he's a professional. Where look, if I'm donning a Hawks jersey, then I'm gonna do everything I possibly can to get the Hawks a win night in and night out. So he hears everything. He sees everything. But the type of guy that he is, and a lot of people in the Atlanta media know him to be, is a consummate professional. So he's not one of the guys that's going to sit up here and pout and whine about what's going on. Because my thing is this. It's a business at the end of the day.
Absolutely.
And organizations and front offices are going to do what they feel as though is best for their team. And if Landry Fields and that organization are what they're looking at right now is what can we trade to get us back the most value? Because I'm of the belief that at some point in time they're gonna hit reset.
Well, I feel that's what they're going to do now.
Well, if you're gonna hit a reset, it's hard to trade Trey right now. It's really hard to trade him.
I don't think they want to.
Right. I think the next possible person that you can trade that can get you back some good value, I don't want to see DeJounte go either. But he is the type of guy that the way that he plays, his age is still very young, and he still has a decent contract even with the extension that I can get the most back for out of everybody.
That's very true. He's the most valuable piece you have, no doubt about it. But I think he can be a part of that core. Now, if you're just saying we need to get him out of here as far as just get him as a valuable piece to get a lot back, okay, that's cool. But I don't think it's the right move for the team. That's just me personally. But I'm not the GM, so hey.
You know, one of the first things he said when he came here, he said, I came here to win. He said, I came here to compete. I came here to be a competitive team, not only in the East, but be a competitive team in the NBA, compete for championships.
Understood.
Now,
it's not what's happening.
Yeah, it ain't been
happening.
close to what's happening.
No.
They've been many times they've been a very good offensive team, but they've lacked in defensive production. I mean,
disgusting.
It's been absolutely disgusting.
It's gross.
There was I think a couple of nights they scored 99 points. It was the first time I think all season they haven't scored over 100 points. So scoring isn't the issue.
No.
It's giving up 100 plus points, as we've seen them do plenty of times.
115, almost 112 points a game.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
That's why it's a fire sale. That's why outside of Trey and outside of Jalen Johnson, hey, the phones are open. Hit my line.
If the price is right.
Sure. But most times in the NBA, in most trades, you're never going to get complete fair.
No.
It's never going to be fair. It just depends on who you want off your books as well and what you're intending to do in the future. Now, I'm not saying you're just giving somebody away for a pack of annihilators and a stick of gum. What I'm saying is Bogey coming off the bench, look at the 6th man of the year, even though the Hawks aren't having a great year, he's playing lights out.
Amazing.
You know, what do you get for Capella?
I mean, a big man that can rebound and play defense, he's value there.
I think it's got to be a package.
Yeah, and one
Might
guy
end up being 3-team trade type deals. I mean,
possibly
there's plenty of stuff like that.
Have a few of them. That's what happened with Pascal Siakam.
Well, I was just going to bring that up. So one of the people with value who I thought if you're going to trade somebody, you try to go get Pascal because he's multiple, very talented as far as on both sides of the ball.
Right.
But it was a great trade for Indiana. That's perfect for them.
Right, and the thing with Pascal, which made it difficult.
Contract.
Yes, and whoever traded for him has to have a good indication that he's going to sign an extension with them. I believe Indiana making that trade. Look, you got Halliburton, you got Miles Turner, you got a core there that
no doubt
is really making some noise. You don't believe it? Ask the Milwaukee Bucks, who keep getting beat upside their head by him every time
They
this
can't
season.
beat them. There's a lot of teams that can't beat them, man, because you got to outscore them. Now, you talk about no playing no defense.
Yeah.
They don't play a drop of defense. But you literally have to outscore them.
So the NBA trade deadline is
February 8th, I believe.
Yeah, usually first week of February.
Yeah.
All-Star weekend
Yep,
right after that.
Right after that.
Right after that.
And then I believe the contract extension deadline, especially for someone that was just acquired via trade, is I think the last day of March.
Okay.
So yeah, evaluate Siakam as the Pacers at the end of the day, but I would think it's probably cheaper to get an extension done prior to letting him hit free agency and then re-signing.
No doubt about
Well,
it. I would think so.
Hypothetically,
Yeah,
his reps could say, well, let's wait to the offseason.
they could.
Because if you're talking to his agent, why do we need to get this done now?
Right.
You know, we can talk in the off season. Why I'm not going to give up any possible leverage I have by doing you a favor and signing an extension
Now.
in season.
Right.
I went to off season.
Especially when it starts talking who starts getting paid and start talking levels of he got that, I can get that.
Just
I can
saying.
get this if he can get that.
there are NBA contracts are obviously guaranteed,
Right.
But yeah, if you have an opportunity to somehow get an extra $10 million on top of it, yeah, then I don't blame it at all.
It just depends. I mean, Siakam is, I think he's 30 or 31, somewhere around it.
Somewhere
29,
around
30,
there.
31,
I was
somewhere.
like, yeah, he was that old.
Yeah.
I mean, he's been in the league longer than you think.
Yeah.
I would have guessed 7 years maybe.
I
7,
think
8 years, something like
If you
that.
take time back, you can take it back to the Toronto championship.
Yeah.
He was on that team.
2019.
So,
It wasn't that long ago.
It feels like it.
It feels like it, but if you think about it, it wasn't like he was a rookie. He was a piece of that team. He was a piece. So he at least 3 or 4 years before that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's been around for a minute.
Been around for a while.
Damn, who was on that team? Kyle Lowry, Fred
Kawhi Leonard.
Valanciunas,
Yeah.
Kawhi Leonard. Good God. All right.
He was the second, third option on that team with Kyle Lowry.
Siakam.
Yeah.
But I mean,
OG on that team?
No.
he wasn't in the league
Not at
yet.
the time.
No, he wasn't in the
He
league.
hadn't gotten in the league yet.
sounds like,
And,
damn,
neither
man,
was
he wasn't there
neither
yet.
was Scotty. Scotty Barnes wasn't
Scotty
there yet.
Barnes, young.
Yeah, he young joker. Young.
You see
That's
the
what they're gonna
kid
build
we got
around though.
Coming out of Florida State this year, Baba Miller.
Yes.
Holy cow.
Yes. It's gonna be some good
You
stuff.
talk
coming
about
out
a
of the league.
Scotty Barnes, Jonathan Isaac hybrid. Like,
Yes.
good
Yeah.
God.
He is that.
Yeah.
Talented, man. Talented guys coming out. And they're huge, big dudes. All this talent. It's going to be fun to watch in the league the next few years. One more thing I want to do and get it off my chest is a good thing this time, though.
No, I think we kind of like smoothed it out.
We did.
You were coming in hot, and it was just
Oh,
like,
no,
all
I'm
right,
still
well-
hot about it. Just I don't like the idea. Just
What's
'cause-
that?
Well, friendly reminder: up until about February 8th, it might get worse before it gets better.
Oh, I know.
But-
I know.
Yeah, look, hey man, and I think he's a little. And not only does he not want to see him get traded, he don't want to see him get traded out west.
Oh, no. No.
Well, there's a couple specific teams that it would probably hurt to see him in purple and gold.
Now,
or-
I'm not going to lie. I would be happy for y'all in an aspect of y'all having another scorer to go with the squad. Because if y'all get DeJounte, maybe one more piece, y'all pretty much set. As long as y'all don't give away the size and defense
Right.
on the back end.
Right.
There's no way you have any draft picks until like 2067.
Oh, no.
So,
No, they got a first. They have a couple of firsts in their pocket.
somewhere.
They've
But for the salary,
Hawks and Lakers have halted talks for now.
They said they're gonna reconvene.
Yeah.
What are you possibly giving up to acquire, DJ?
Well, the talks are. A lot of people are wondering if Austin Reeves.
I would assume,
would
just-
be. Well, the latest trade rumor that we're hearing is Austin Reeves is not a part of that trade. It's D'Angelo Russell.
I knew it.
On an expiring as well.
No, D'Angelo signed a new contract. That's why he's
This
back
year.
with the Lakers.
Yeah, this year.
It was
He had
another
to sign him
year.
back. Yeah.
They signed. Yeah.
It wasn't long though. I think it was a long term deal. It was
So
like
he
maybe
has
2 years.
after this season. It'll be about 2 more years.
Yeah, about two years.
I believe it was one other guy, and then obviously you start talking about picks. A first round pick,
Mm-hmm.
maybe a future another first round. The Hawks report they're looking for 2.
Yep.
So the Lakers will kind of scrap up another first round
whatever they
pick
came
down the
from
road.
somewhere, yeah.
So we'll see whenever they
They're gonna need
reconvene
a
what that
third
look
team,
like.
though. I feel like they'll need a third team. I feel like they would.
If
I would be happy to see LeBron playing with DeJounte. I think they would play well together.
Yeah, what DeJounte brings is what the Lakers need.
Mm-hmm.
They need another guy, another slash to get to the basket, another guy that can handle the ball. We've been trying to get LeBron off ball for the longest.
Forever.
But having a guy like DeJounte who can say, hey, get out the way.
Yep.
I got this. I can get the ball to the basket at will. And he's a guy. No matter where he plays, he ain't scared of
Oh
nothing.
no, he competing. He can be.
He
in the gym.
competing.
He can be in pickup in the gym.
Right.
Coming at you.
Right.
Coming at you. So that's another thing I miss about him. But hey, I digress. But I will say one more thing I wanted to say. Anthony Edwards is probably my new favorite player.
Ant-Man,
That's my
ATL
guy.
to the heart.
And it's not even just the fact that he's from College Park. It's not even none of that. It's just he dog, man. Like the movement, the athleticism, the will, right? Same thing with DJ. I'm coming in, I'm balling on top of your head the whole game, coming at you.
Right.
He's a good player, man. I like him. I like watching him play.
And
And
he
he's number one seed.
Yeah, and he took the next step this
Yeah.
past summer
Oh, yeah,
playing
yeah.
in FIBA. Now I know it was disappointing how it turned out with them not meddling at all, which is
He's the best thing on that team.
Jesus, not meddling at all as USA is another problem that we
Yeah,
have.
that's a whole nother conversation.
But the way he took that by the reins and he was the man, it just transitioned now into what we see now. Yeah, he a stone cold killer.
kill him, man.
Stone cold killer. And that's why Minnesota is going to be a force to be reckoned with in the postseason because when you have him taking control and then you got the two big men in Rudy Gobert and Karl Anthony Towns, you don't hear about Cat much, but that's because that's Ant's team.
That was definitely Ant's
That's
team.
Ant's team.
On top of that, top of the league in defense.
Hell, they should
Well,
be.
how
You
the
should.
hell?
No, I'm saying you
can't score-
should be.
You
But I
can't
mean,
score inside.
I'm saying that's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. It's like you should be
Yeah.
according to the roster, right?
Right.
But sometimes that doesn't always happen.
No, that's true. That's true.
So the defense is there. They gonna lock you up. End of the game, last minute shot situation, they locking you up.
Yeah.
And you're not getting to the bucket.
Right.
So you're gonna have to pull up mid range, or you're gonna have to do some kind of crazy play, get a three pointer or something like that.
Yeah.
So they definitely will be a force to be reckoned with, and it kind of makes me feel good because back in the day I was a Minnesota fan because Kevin Garnett was my favorite player in the league. Just so
Gotcha.
happens, back again with my favorite player being in Minnesota.
Udonis Haslem obviously is a special place in the Heat's heart, and
Yep.
every time I see Naz Reid play, he reminds me of. And it's like, even if you get past the first wave of Karl Anthony Towns and Rudy Gobert, then Naz Reid comes in. It's like, God, man, I
Yeah.
understand now why this team's good at defense.
They are very good.
Yeah, I didn't like. Obviously, it was a heck of a night to a celebratory night.
Yep.
Obviously, when you had your jersey going to the rafters and all of just Miami is just celebrating you. You saw all the clips and all the parties and how they lit up the what was that the Hard Rock Hotel, the guitar, or
Yep.
how they had the big 40 just lit up. That's pretty dope. But I couldn't I couldn't not go to some of these comments. And amongst all the celebratory, positive, uplifting comments, it's social media.
Of course.
And it's about
Somebody
one or
got
two
something
or
to say.
three that catch your eye and almost bring you to laughing, but you don't want to laugh because it's disrespectful. But it's disrespectfully funny.
I'm enjoying this tease.
Well, we all know how UD has, been more of a player coach for quite some time. And somebody was like, well, along with his jersey going up there needs to be a picture of the bench that he was holding down going up in the rafters too.
That's real. He's getting paid for free for nothing for a long time. He's getting paid to practice, basically.
He said because that bench has held him down just as well as he's held the bench down
What? Absolutely.
for years. And it was very disrespectful, but I couldn't help but to shed a tear in laughter. I laughed for a good 10 minutes reading that.
They should bronze a chair on the bench and just leave it at the end.
All right. All right.
Put his name on it.
I'm going to stop this chicanery right now. No, if anything, he's the de facto assistant coach that was somehow eligible to have 6 fouls a game if you needed him over the past couple seasons.
Sure.
If you're gonna give him that 6, he gonna come in and just he
Yeah, but he the type dude where
He doesn't
he's
play.
the last resort because
play? That's what I'm
yeah.
I get it.
Them 6 fouls be used quickly because he old school.
Oh yeah, he gonna bang with you.
Yeah.
If you don't come in here with that,
Yeah.
come in here with the real.
Not even
Yeah.
that, but like just out of the gate, you're getting a hard foul. I
Oh, yeah.
need you to understand.
Yeah.
Just to let you
there's
know.
no freebies here.
Right.
Just to let you know, no doubt about it.
Right. But you talking about, the de facto mayor of, no disrespect to D Wade, because we all know we call it Wade County, but UD is, even D Wade would tell you.
He was
that's
he
him.
was there before Wade got
Yeah.
there.
When you have the entire state of Florida tattooed on your back,
Yeah.
I would say the mayor of Florida, even though it doesn't really make sense.
Right.
But Wade County, sure. But grew up in Miami, played for Miami Central, is Miami.
Yeah,
Right.
no doubt. All up and down, straight up and
And I
down.
guarantee if he wanted to, he could mess around and probably run for mayor of
Oh,
something.
yeah.
Sure, he'll probably still win.
Just
because every see his name, like,
would
I know
be-
that guy.
Yep, just because. Other
You know?
name, no doubt about
Let me ask you a question as a Heat fan.
Of course.
In the name of retiring jerseys, there's one name that I want to bring up who is about to get his jersey retired in another part of Florida.
Oh, okay.
Because he did play for your franchise and he did win a title. Do you not see Shaquille O'Neal's jersey being retired by the Miami Heat at
It
all?
is.
Is it retired?
It is.
it. It's up there. I didn't know that.
I didn't know it was-
Yeah, one's for Bosch, 3 for Wade, 10 for Hardaway. Morning was 33. Shaq was 32. We spoke about it before the show started. They retired Bill Russell's 6
Oh,
around the league.
everywhere.
The Heat were nice enough to do Jordan's as well at 23, and now Udonis at 40. But it is up there.
That's interesting that, and I know he won a title in Miami. He didn't win one in Orlando, but the fact that Orlando is just now getting around to even retiring the jersey is absolutely ridiculous because that's where it all started.
Oh, that's definitely where it started. I mean,
Why is Andrew Jones not in the Hall of Fame?
true.
Sorry to switch subject on you,
This is
but
one-
like
that's the same type of
sometimes
deal.
things just take time, and they're getting around to it
Yeah.
now, I guess.
But I can understand it with baseball. Baseball is very weird.
They probably had an attitude
Also,
too.
how long was Shaq with Magic? 4 years?
Let's say he was drafted in 92.
Got to the Lakers in what?
96?
96.
So
okay.
just his rookie contract?
Yeah, but from the standpoint of the Magic being an expansion team
With
and
Penny
have them
and-
having multiple number 1 overall picks,
Yeah.
and him getting that team to the NBA Finals.
Yeah. If Penny doesn't get hurt,
Maybe there's a Papa John's connection somewhere.
if Penny doesn't get hurt, that team, that dynamic of that franchise is completely different. I feel like if
Yeah.
Penny doesn't get hurt, he probably doesn't leave.
That's yeah.
I mean, it's wishful thinking. It's
Grant Hill with the Pistons, there's,
Yeah.
there's always going to be those
There's always
players
gonna
that
be
it's
those.
like, if they
But-
stayed healthy.
Yeah,
Mine
but-
was always Sean Livingston.
Oh.
The potential that you saw in Sean
what he
Livingston.
had before the knee injuries,
Like,
Yeah.
insane.
Like,
As far as a
unfortunate.
big guard, even once he came back after the knee injuries, could post up any guard out there could post him up.
He had, if not the greatest, and no disrespect to MJ and all my mid-range monsters, Sean Livingston's mid-range is absolutely,
It was
it
crazy.
might be top 3, and
was
it might not be
crazy.
2 or 3.
Yeah.
You knew he was automatic from
Yeah,
12 to
Talking
15 feet.
George Gervin type stuff.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that type of deal.
He may not be able to, obviously, after that knee injury,
Yeah.
which was an absolute one of the worst injuries we've ever seen in
bad.
sports
It
history.
was bad.
But that jump shot at mid range,
Oh, it was water.
perfection.
It was water.
Yeah.
It was nasty, man. Still on basketball. How y'all feel about the All-Star Weekend in Indiana?
It's inside.
Yeah. wish it was in Indiana.
Gonna be
but
cold.
Y'all saw the court in the airport?
I hadn't seen it yet. I saw they
Yeah,
dropped
there
the
is
picture
a,
of the court in the airport.
There's there's a basketball court, obviously, because of All Star Weekend in the airport.
Yeah.
at Indiana?
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I have to pull it up. I heard about it though. I hadn't seen it.
yeah. Some folk gonna be getting
Acting a fool.
running a game or two before they flight,
Ridiculous.
missing their flight because they sitting up there on the court playing.
That's ridiculous. Now, on top of that, we were talking NBA still, trade deadline coming up, right? How do you feel about the Bulls situation going on? Are they trying to blow everything up over there too? Zach LaVine, apparently there's not much of a market for him. DeMar DeRozan, who should have been a Laker in my opinion in the first place before he even got to the Bulls.
Alex Caruso over there.
Caruso over there. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? That's going to be an interesting situation. I don't know.
Patrick Williams.
Yeah,
Florida
that's
State.
what I'm saying. Like they got a lot of talent over there that
Yeah.
can
Kobe White.
help somewhere.
yeah. I think I still think they're still in a fire sale over there,
Yeah.
trying to get rid of those two guys. Obviously, those two guys who've been linked to the Lakers. Everybody in their mom been linked to the Lakers, but even Alex
It's what y'all
Caruso,
need.
right? I don't. With Zach now hurt again, he's out a couple of weeks with the ankle
that's
injury.
The main problem for him.
It's about durability.
Yep.
And you look at the contract. You know, the contract, his durability, now those things come into play. So now a lot of teams are like, hey, that's a hot potato. We don't want to touch it.
Yep.
So DeMar DeRozan, I don't know.
He can help any contender.
He can help any team.
Any team, you can
Yeah.
plug him in.
Yeah.
He's gonna give you what you need from that 2 guard position.
It's been
And can
quiet
play
on
three,
them,
too,
though.
Of course.
It's got real quiet over there. Because at one point in time, I mean, you had
That's all you
everything
heard.
coming out.
Bulls,
Right.
Bulls, Bulls, Bulls.
Yeah.
Speaking of the Bulls, did you hear about what happened at the Ring of Honor ceremony?
Yeah.
I did not, but I would just say for trade deadline purposes, I would easily go get Drummond.
Yeah, he can help somebody.
Capella for Drummond straight up. and then we'll figure out the rest.
About straight up.
Here's my thing.
It's close.
Why would the Bulls do that?
Fire so.
Why would they say the Bulls don't do anything at this point?
Yeah, but I can't. I mean, who's their coach though? Is it Donovan?
Yeah. Still Billy.
He's probably on his way out.
I believe so.
I would think Andre Drummond would go to a team that has an opportunity to contend.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, no doubt.
I think like if those guys are going anywhere, they're not going from young team up and coming to another young team up and coming. They're going to.
I was looking as a center upgrade for the Hawks. I think that Drummond is an upgrade over Capella.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I can see that. It's definitely give you more.
Interior defense,
Power.
grabbing rebounds. You don't need him to be your number one scoring option,
No, you don't.
but just hold it down.
Yeah, I mean, not a bad option as far as.
And it's not like he's 40. He's still young.
I think the last time I was on this show and we talked about this, I told y'all who I wanted as center, and he's sitting up there in Portland right now. Still probably stuck in the house because he can't get to the game because of the ice.
Aiden,
Yeah.
DeAndre.
First of all, that looked like a picture of the ocean with just like fog and stuff. I was like, what is this guy doing right now?
Yeah.
Overall, I feel like we'll make it something to come out soon about. To start getting cleared up as far as trade deadline stuff. It's gonna start making its own way. A couple of moves will get made here, so it's like, okay, that's done now. Now who's next? Type of deal. I feel like it's coming for that sooner than later.
Also, over the last couple of seasons, though, hasn't the trade deadline been like exponentially different? Like similar to the NFL, like there's actually been trades going down and like big action. Like Siakam as like the first
like,
one.
yeah,
For this
splashes.
season.
Yeah.
Thank you. That's what I was trying to say.
Right.
Splashes.
Siakam for being the first one of this season. That's kind of a big start already.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
huge.
You could imagine somebody hypothetically like a DeJounte. I don't think Trey's going anywhere. I saw a weird photo about him and Wemby next to one another, but
You talking
whatever.
about
Trey.
oh yeah. People just coming up with
I
stuff.
don't see
Yeah.
that.
Now, DeJounte back in San Antonio next to Wemby, that's also a possibility.
You're just gonna get the original Atlanta.
Finna say
picks
just give it back.
basically.
Well,
You know what? Never mind. Give it.
Hey,
We'll take
hey,
it. Take
we're
it.
gonna
We
be
thought it was
picking-
gonna be good. Just
We thought we were
Hey,
gonna be
look,
picking
look.
late 20s, and now we're looking like lottery. So yeah, let's just get those back.
Let's get
y'all
those
know
back.
what it's like to want that old thing back.
Yeah, that's exactly what that is for real.
Hey,
'Cause
look,
he
so-
was like you say, he a dog everywhere he goes.
Right.
Everywhere.
I can change her. I can make it work.
You will want to think.
Yeah, right.
You will want to think that.
Look, I've changed. We can be better together now.
I was young and dumb then.
Oh, before we get to the halfway mark, what happened at the Ring of Honor ceremony in Chicago?
Oh yeah, my apologies.
No, you're fine. So they were honoring Jerry Krause. So we've all seen The Last Dance, and got the backstory on how the team in general felt about Jerry Krause.
Right.
Of course, he's passed away now, and his wife was there standing in his spot for the Ring of Honor. Jordan didn't show. Pippen didn't show. I think.
Aren't they beefing?
Robin
right now?
wasn't.
Well, yeah, they're beefing technically because Jordan's son is
Yeah.
with Scottie
Yeah,
Pippen's wife.
that's-
That's a whole other thing too.
Live
But
your life, son.
that's
tell you
a
otherwise.
whole nother thing. But when they introduced Jerry Krause, the Chicago Bulls fans booed with that woman standing
They
right
sure did.
there. They booed with her standing right there.
I mean, if
I know I get you feel like he busted up the team, and you haven't had anything since. But
The man
come
put it
on.
together.
yeah, but she has to know that she's not actually getting booed. He's
But
getting
still,
booed.
come
Yeah,
on, bro.
but
Come on.
that is his wife.
Oh, no,
There's a level of respect and there's a level of couth that you have to. Now look, we know fan is short for fanatic, so most people don't see anything past wins, losses,
Championships.
building up the franchise and breaking the franchise down.
Man.
But at the same time, you're telling me out of 17 to 20,000 people sitting in that arena, which is supposed to be a celebratory moment, and to celebrate one of the greatest runs in sports history, not
Ever.
just NBA history.
Ever.
And you're sitting up here, this man has passed away.
Gone.
His wife is standing in his place. That you couldn't, at least regardless of what your feelings are, you could not stand, even if it was just for her, you could not stand up and give a standing ovation for what her husband did for that organization.
Even people like Scottie Pippen, who, like I say, even if you and Michael are not,
that should have been you get it off your chest. But also,
I wasn't even thinking about it.
excellent point and a great take. Again, how long has it been since? You can agree that Chicago is one of those rabid fan bases.
Oh yeah,
Between
yeah.
the Bears,
Every sport.
Yeah, like just like similar to Philly, they're ruthless.
Right.
Boston, same thing. how long has it been since Chicago has been a winner?
98.
Since
they're starving
since
for
it
it.
got blown up.
Absolutely agree with everything you said, though. To take it out on her is not fair.
It's not
No,
fair.
it's
And then
not.
she's in tears.
Yes.
You know, her husband's no longer there.
Yeah,
Don't
that-
watch it. It's like an ASPCA
No, Ryan, please
commercial.
don't.
You're
Yeah,
gonna
don't
cry.
watch it, Ryan. Don't watch it.
It's
don't get curious.
It's classless and it's tasteless. There it is.
That's what happened. That's
Now
what
look,
happened.
you just heard the sound. You got to see the visual. It's tasteless.
It was, man. It was cringeworthy. I was like, ooh, really? Like I said, at least a little golf clap. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Even if you don't want to go full on, give me a little something.
Right.
Ruthless.
Now I'm a little surprised. Look, I'm a little surprised about Chicago. There's only one fan base that I would expect nothing less from.
Say it.
Only one.
Say it.
Philly.
Absolutely.
I would expect it. It's still tasteless, but there are a lot of tasteless people up in Philadelphia.
Who pisses in a bag and then throws it at people?
Who throws snowballs at Santa
Santa
Claus?
Claus.
And batteries.
It's insane.
How about D batteries? Bam.
They threw a bucket of popcorn on Sirianni
Oh,
after the game.
they got no shame.
Oh yeah, I saw that video.
Yeah.
Dude tried to take
he
off.
tried
like,
to take off. They went in the stands
Come on,
and got
man.
him. He was like, I'm already leaving. They were like, no.
No
we got
disrespect to the
something for
few
you.
Philly people I know that are good people. From
Yeah,
what
no
I know,
doubt.
I ain't never seen. I've never been to a game with
Yeah.
you, so I don't know how good of a person you
Right,
are.
right.
But outside of that, you good with me.
total fan base,
Right.
is known as being a bunch
Hell
of
on
a-holes.
wheels,
Yeah,
boy.
yeah,
Hell
absolutely.
on wheels.
I didn't do it. You proud of me?
It almost happened.
A-holes.
We're doing good. We're going to keep the jar empty today. We're going to try to. We'll see what happens. You never know.
My sister Katie reminded me in front of the family last night that she was like, "Remember when you dropped the F-bomb?" And I was like, "I didn't fully say it." But thank you.
She's ready for you
Katie.
on that one. She's ready for you on that one. That's crazy.
About to be halftime? Are we? Oh, there it is. Perfect
There it
time.
is. Yeah.
Sorry. I didn't expect the music to come out literally as I was saying it. But shout out to Mike, the Alex Broadcasting Company, and Power 108.9. We're hitting the commercial break, coming back for the second half. Got some highly recommend segments, some goodies for you. We'll be right back. Brandon. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back for the second half. Special shout out to the Alex Broadcasting Company, Power 108.9 for episode 27 of the Gary and Harry Show.
2-7. Welcome back, y'all. So, let's get into wait a minute. We're going to shout out a couple people real quick.
Little commercials?
Little commercials real quick.
Okay, yeah.
Y'all are tripping.
Speaking of rehab, if your neck and your back feel whack and you need a crack, visit Dr. Langley Family Chiropractic. In addition to Digestive Healthcare of Georgia, colorectal screening saves lives. Don't be a nut. Let them look at your butt. Digestive Healthcare of Georgia. Special thank you to Brandon for laughing out loud. Thank you. We also have My Karma Creations, the tumblers. That'd be Karma with a K. Gary's showing off the lovely tumbler you could possibly acquire. MyKarmaCreations.com. Also, RyanBeasley.com. Most of your smell good needs. Promo code GHS10. Let's get sweaty. RyanBeasley.com.
Yeah, man. So, all right, we're back into it.
And almost. I forgot.
Oh,
If you don't mind.
Go ahead. You remember we wanted some background to that. Go ahead.
But also, that is Kurt Cobain.
Yes. That's true.
No, well done. I thought it was good. But most importantly, Body 20.
Body 20.
Holler at Gary for Body 20 Decatur.
Body 20 Decatur, yep.
It'll change everything you know about the workout experience. Holler at Gary for Body 20 Decatur.
New technology, y'all. New technology. So you don't have to work out 100 hours a week. Come holler at me for about 30 minutes. And get your
So
workout in.
that's what you
Yeah.
knowing. Okay.
Yeah.
I think we got them all now, right?
Yeah, I think that's
We're up to like 5 or 6.
Yeah.
You're doing good.
what we got right there.
Oh, all right. I guess it's. I was going to save it for the end of the show, but
Go ahead and holler at it now. man.
apologize. Shout out to my chiropractor's son, Chris Langley. Give me a bottle of his stuff. He's a little distiller. I was going to crack it open at the end of the show. We could taste it live on the air.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Unless you don't want to be a part of that bad PR. But either way,
Hey.
it's cold
PR is
because it's
PR.
cold outside.
Sounds good.
I'm guessing it's going to be like a little French cognac. But
A little yak.
we're about to find out.
Get your warm.
We're doing it right now or at the end of the show?
We wait till the end. Why
Yeah,
not? Wait till the end of the show. Just to send them off. Okay. Our favorite segment. One of our favorite segments on the show. I highly recommend. What we got?
I know I'm a little late to the game, but I just finished that 5 mini series of American Gladiators, Muscles and Mayhem.
Yep.
I don't know if you caught that one, but I
did.
I thought it was great.
It was legit.
It came out, I would say like summer of last year, maybe.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Just like right now, All-Star baseball time, and I don't know how I missed it, but I just caught it on Netflix. I was like,
Man.
it was really good because I
was.
remember growing up in the early '90s just watching American Gladiators.
Man, those gladiators.
Cannon
went through-
shooting tennis balls at people, you know, during the obstacle course and everything like that.
Yeah.
But they go into like crazy details of how it almost didn't even make it
Yep.
from the pilot and how much they didn't care about the athletes
the
that they were
gladiators.
hiring and stuff.
Yeah.
The gladiators.
Man, those gladiators went through some. They went through some stuff, man.
Yeah, they did. You
went
ain't
through
lying.
some
About
stuff.
45, 50 minutes an episode, about 5 episodes.
It was legit.
Highly
That was
recommend.
legit.
Okay.
Definitely was legit.
What was that?
Overall, I think it was just. I think it was just.
Heard.
Overall, though, that was a good one. That was a good one. That's all. What else you got?
Dusty Slay. Mike texted me. Just a corny white dude, but like just looks weird.
Yeah.
Ooh, that is delicious. Sorry, I was working on it. He
Fender's green.
reminds me of like a Mitch Hedberg from like a one-liner kind of delivery standpoint, but just real dry, and he looks like he could be your Waffle House cook. So I don't know how else to describe it, right? You know what I'm talking about? Like he just looks like he's got a fake old wig of hair, just with a nice trucker hat that says Dusty Slay on it, just sitting on top, like not even wearing it, just sitting on top of his head. So he just looks weird. But check him out. He's just something stupid to laugh at.
Cool. What you got? Something you been watching?
What did I just finish? Monarch on it. Apple
Oh my God, Ryan, thank you.
TV Plus. It's kind of the in between of the most recent Godzilla vs. King Kong movie that just came out. Well, this is kind of the bridge. This is a 10 episode series about just I want to say history of it, but how everything was discovered, and then at the end you'll see King Kong and how that's the bridge to the new movie that's about to come out. So Monarch was pretty
With,
interesting.
Kurt Russell, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I've seen a couple of episodes of that.
Yeah.
It's pretty legit. It's interesting.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like it.
So that's the bridge for whatever new movie,
They do have a new
Godzilla
one.
and King Kong that's
They do
about to
have a
come
new
out
one
soon.
coming out.
Yeah,
Okay, cool. That is a good one though. Like I say, I saw a couple of episodes of that. That's legit. I have to finish it.
Yeah.
But yeah. That seems pretty good. For me, I don't know how I missed it, but Lavelle Crawford's last special from last year.
What was it called?
What was it? I think it was the Lavelle Crawford. I think it was.
Okay.
It was funny, man. He had on like a black suit,
Yeah.
rhinestone with the chair in the background.
Yeah.
I don't know how I missed it because I love Lavelle, and it was funny, man.
It wasn't Netflix though, was it?
It's just a special that he put. I think it was on Showtime.
Yeah, that sounds about
I think
right.
it was on Showtime, and he did a Popeyes versus Chick-fil-A bit.
Yeah.
Oh man, hilarious.
I'm about to
Hilarious.
check that out.
Shout out Lavelle Crawford, man. Shout out to him being healthy too, losing that weight too. Shout out.
Everybody's
to Lavelle.
seen the Dave Chappelle joint, right?
Yes.
Dreamer?
Okay. Yeah.
The Dreamer was legit.
Yeah.
The Dreamer was legit. But that's us doing that stand-up comedy thing. We still going to see Ali? Mm-hmm. Yes,
March 5th.
indeed.
Whoa, Ali Sadiq?
Yeah.
Where y'all going to see Ali?
March in
Savannah.
Macon.
I keep on saying that.
Y'all going out to Mactown?
Yeah, man.
Oh no,
He's
I like Ali.
You want to roll, bro?
Yeah, I watched a lot of his stuff on YouTube.
Me too.
I had to catch up. I love Ali.
He's my new favorite comedian right now.
He
my
is
favorite new
a
comedian.
grade A+ storyteller.
amazing.
I mean, ain't too many comedians out there better storytellers than him.
I love Ali, man. Ali's legit.
Oh, I'm glad y'all said something. When is
Yeah.
this?
March 5th. Yep, we going.
Put that on my calendar. Man, I ain't been back down to
guys-
Macon in a minute.
Guys trip down to Macon, man.
We gotta upgrade the minivan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, you know, Florida guy never been to Macon, so he was like, all right, yeah, let's go down
They
there.
kept.
We gonna- What?
Can we borrow
Oh,
your minivan?
you got a minivan?
It's like it's guaranteed though. Like with the second child comes the
But
minivan.
do you have a
I
minivan?
have an SUV.
Oh, it's close enough.
It's
Okay.
a small SUV.
Oh.
I just have to take out a couple car seats.
Compact?
Oh, I got an SUV too, so some folk want to hop in with me. It's cool.
Hey, Mactown it is, baby. We going back. We going to Macon. See Ali, no doubt.
Metro, I went to Fort Valley, so that's Metro Macon.
But see, he's
area.
coming up here too. But we were like,
Yeah,
coming
is
up
he sold
here.
out
He's coming up here too. He's gonna be at Cobb, right?
Yeah,
He's
Cobb
gonna be at Cobb Energy Center. But that'll be later on in the year. I think that's in like April or something because we decided to go to the March one because baseball season's kicking up.
Yeah.
So he's gonna be in April, and I think he's gonna be in Savannah right after he's at Cobb.
Oh,
April 26th is Tom Segura.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mike's eyes perked up like,
Yeah,
really?
yeah.
At the
No,
Roxy?
no, hell no. He's too big for the Roxy.
Oh, okay.
It'll be
I
at
was gonna
State
say.
Farm, but I want to
Okay.
go for like right after my birthday. I think it'll be a good show.
Cool.
I keep
That's
on,
what's up, man.
I keep on showing everybody the edible clip with him and his mom. Like, Tommy, you're trying to kill me. Please look that up if you want a good 5-minute laugh.
All right, so that is I highly recommend. Real quick before we get to the NFL and these playoff picks, baseball season's around the corner.
Yeah.
Getting excited. All right, back into the business. Back to wearing Brave stuff since officially over from my football team. We're back in the building with that, and even though I'm repping them, they got me upset. The house got me upset. So we're back on baseball brain coming up real soon here. One thing I want to bring up, of course, we're still number 1 in the power rankings. Adding, Double A still cooking in the kitchen, still cooking. Acuna batting left-handed.
Yeah, I keep on hearing about this attempting to switch it. I was like, just don't get hurt.
That's what I said too.
Just don't
But I
get
saw,
hurt.
and he was like legit swinging. He wasn't just like testing it out.
Yeah.
he was legit swinging the bat.
Just don't get hurt.
That would be if he can get that
Obliques
and
and
be
everything,
consistent. Oh yeah, it's definitely a switch than
It's,
what you
it's
thought
the
would have
first
been
thing
doing.
I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
Like, please just don't get hurt.
But that would be insane for that lineup.
It would be. Well,
When
We'll
you're the reigning MVP
yeah.
You could try stuff, right?
and you're the best at what you do,
Uh-huh.
sometimes you get bored, and it's like, oh, I didn't know I could do that. And it's
Yeah.
like, great. What makes a great player even better?
A step like he needs a step closer to the first base bag. He doesn't need a step, but that's a step closer.
Yeah.
If he can get consistent from what I hear, last year he tried his hand at it and Snit was like, "No sir,
Right.
don't even think about it."
We'll see how, with having another off season of working on that, we'll see how much leeway Snit gives him this season. Because look, we know you're the MVP, and we know you are the most, if not the most, definitely top 3 most talented player in baseball.
No doubt.
But one thing we want to cut down on, like you said, the injuries.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
We want to make sure that you're healthy. We want to make sure that we can depend on you for at least majority of the season. It's hard to play all 162 games, but at least
Didn't he though?
did he play
I think
162?
he might have did
Well, if we can depend on you the
161.
whole
I
season,
think
then
it might
fine.
have been
Yeah.
161.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's perfect, and that's fine. But at the same time, I don't want to have anything else that could take place that could potentially sit you down.
Oh, yeah. No doubt about it.
because with all the other movement going around the league, We know what them Dodgers out west doing.
Yeah.
They putting together the Justice League.
Trying to anyway.
Yeah, I mean, my goodness, you talking about drug money.
Oh, man, plenty of it.
I know baseball has no salary cap, but my goodness, you know,
$1 billion on 2 players.
Again, there needs to be a limit as far as like that's
crazy.
There needs to be a limit for.
I'm not mad at it because baseball is one of those sports that just because you accumulate the most talent, that does not mean that you're going to win. Basketball
that
more
next.
so than none, yes. Football more so than none,
Y'all
yes.
did it.
But
Y'all did it.
yes,
Put it together.
put it
all in
together
1 year.
right. But baseball is not like
The
that.
Yankees have proven that over the last 20
That's
years.
what I was going to bring up.
Ain't
the
won one since
Yankees.
09.
Yeah, Yankees proved time and time again you can spend all that money.
Before
and win
that
nothing.
was 01.
Yeah,
So literally now in the last 24 years, you've won.
they didn't make the playoffs last year.
all that money in that outfield. Now they got more money in that outfield with Soto.
Well, Soto,
And with the arbitration was the avoid arbitration was $31 million. he
yeah,
got?
it's a year
Highest
for 31
one.
million.
That's the highest one, right?
Yeah.
The avoid arbitration.
Yeah.
Hey, okay, do your thing. Don't mind. I feel like once again, even when it comes to the Dodgers and whoever else you want to call in the National League, they are loading up for us.
Yeah,
You have to load up to beat us
because
period.
all your talent is young and they're all locked up.
Double A the chef,
He doing
the
it,
chef master.
and the chef has been extended.
Yes,
Till 2031. Yes.
31. You at home. You here. You be comfortable. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
Sit it down.
He said as long as Terry McGirt, wherever Terry McGirt is, that's where he'll be. So as long as Terry McGirt is here,
Highly
he'll be here.
highly respected executive, man.
Yeah.
Highly respected executive in the league in general when
Yeah.
it comes to Terry McGirt. Good dude, man. He is. I can say that as far as being with the Braves as long as I have. Good dude every time I talk to him. He's real cool. Yeah. So when it comes to that, baseball season around the corner, and we'll stick a pin in that for now, but it's coming. And I believe this time we'll have a lot more to say. Even though we said a lot last year, we got a lot more to say.
It's something
this
about
year.
them Phillies that we can't get past. It's just something about them Phillies. They're not scared of the Braves, and I got to salute
No.
my cap. They take up the Philly way. It's the Philly way. I'm not scared of anybody, anything that's standing in front of me. We're gonna take on with full steam, and you're gonna have to deal with us. And the Braves couldn't deal with them last year.
You got that douchebag out front.
They're not getting any younger.
They're not.
They're not.
Injuries are a part of the game.
They are.
Yeah.
I would like to see if they can stand up to time this year. Because, again, not getting any younger. Real Muto can't continue to do what he's been doing, especially at catcher, for the rest of his career.
Knees, man.
You know,
Them knees go quick.
you already moved Harper to first after the elbow injury out of the outfield.
Yep.
You were playing a very risky game with Castellanos and Schwarber in the outfield.
Yeah.
So you had a nice little run, but I don't see it
The
continuing.
window gonna close for them sooner than later. That window's gonna close. Where they have to revamp again, try to bring in some more pieces.
Sure.
But I mean, like you say, true enough. They aren't afraid of us. I would like to say we aren't afraid of them, but every time we get into a situation, it's like, come on, man, buck up.
We had tail that then walked in with that dog with the tail that then walked in the corner with
Yeah,
his tail
man.
tucked between his legs, shivering.
That whole staring down and all that stuff and all that yelling and barking and us not barking back, it didn't sit well with me. It didn't sit well with me.
Are we still going with baseball? Or we're done.
We're done with baseball.
No,
What,
we're
you
moving,
have
moving
something?
into the real.
I can do this forever, you know.
Yeah, I
was
know
gonna
you
say
could.
the Braves should look at Cody Bellinger, but they never will because he's a Scott Boras client, and the Braves don't sign Scott Boras people.
This is true.
You smile because you know about it.
This is
but,
true.
if you can't get somebody like a Cody Bellinger, Solaire's still available.
That's what I was looking for.
Jock Peterson's still available. Like
Hold on, who's that first name you said?
Soler.
You said Soler? I thought you said Soler. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
He had, from what I saw, it's about 3 teams he's looking at. I wanted us to be on that list, but I didn't see us on that list at the time.
I think Adam Duvall's still available.
Duvall, and
let's
I think
let's
he
go
was-
for 5.
I think
Come
he
on.
was looking at Boston and Cincinnati. I think Duvall was looking.
Some of these guys, Double A knows that a lot of these guys who used to be here are now who are back on the market are looking to get paid one more time, especially a guy like Duvall, and it might be out of the price range in which Double A
It could.
may want to spend.
winning or getting paid one more time.
Well, that depends on the
Well,
player.
that's a good topic.
that depends on the
It
player.
depends on who you are.
Yeah.
Because
Depends on
according
the
to
player.
the power rankings, the Braves have
best
just as good of a shot as anybody else.
That's true.
If not
You-
the best.
You are right. But guess what? If I have another team, the fact that Duvall was here when we won, He got him one. Solera was the MVP. So they have one under them. Now, obviously, you want to go get another, but once you get one, at least,
Say, I'm trying to go get paid.
as much as I possibly can to go chase this bag, because obviously baseball you can play the longest, but you still can't play forever.
No. And
Well,
all
money.
three of them, technically, and I'll go ahead and put it out there, are gold in this city.
Yeah,
They good. They
especially
know-
Solera.
Yeah, him and Jock.
Can't really do any wrong.
No,
Him and Jock Peterson.
they step foot in Atlanta, they'll never pay
What?
for anything ever
It's
again.
a wrap.
Yeah.
You brought the whole Pearls thing in. That's a whole nother thing.
Yeah.
That was a whole.
And we are the
movement in
we are
itself.
those MFers and all the other stuff. Yeah,
That's brought a whole nother vibe to itself when it comes to that. Even when he comes back or playing for another team, they standing over him.
Absolutely.
Every single time. And he wears the pearls when he comes in.
Absolutely.
Can't get mad at that.
Can't do it.
Can't get mad at that at all. Okay. It is time for this little quick playoff talk. Playoff time is here. Interesting week last week. I was off a little bit. I should have stuck with my gut with Houston.
I think I was very off.
I should have stuck with my gut.
I don't exactly remember my picks, but I was confident about Cleveland, and that was wrong.
Yes. It was Cleveland, the Miami pick, of course, Dallas, and then your Rams, man. How'd that make you feel?
I didn't pick Dallas, did I?
Yeah.
I'm okay. I mean, it was tough because that game was so close.
It was.
But I'm okay because I knew that we were the
want it?
best game that weekend.
Yeah. Oh, no doubt
We were
about
the
it.
most competitive
No doubt.
and best game that weekend. And I look at it from the standpoint of it's a win-win because the trade works out both ways. Obviously,
Mm-hmm.
the Rams won that trade because Stafford got the Super Bowl in the first year. But to see Detroit get their first playoff win in 32 years.
Oh, yeah.
And to see, Stafford and Goff, Goff Stafford telling them, hey, go win it all.
Yeah.
It was a good moment.
Yeah.
And you can't hate Detroit for that moment.
I'm
Now,
not mad at him at
Stafford may feel a way about Detroit fans because in the post-game presser, he was asked, well, how does he feel about the city of Detroit? With the straightest face in the world, he said, I love the players. And that's it. And that told me everything that I need because they
Yeah.
booed him
Yeah, they did.
when he ran on the field.
They did.
I mean, they booed the heck out of
They
him.
did.
And
He took a lot of shots, man.
Yeah.
He took a lot of hits in Detroit, man.
And for a guy who was there for the longest, was drafted by them number 1 overall, and had a lot of really good moments.
He gave them everything he had.
Yeah, played through a hell of a lot of
He
injuries.
gave them
I mean-
everything he had.
Set records with Calvin Johnson, one of the greatest receivers of all
Got
time.
that man to the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, it's just I would have wanted a little bit more respect for Matthew
agree.
Stafford when he ran out on the field. I understand he's not donning your jersey anymore, but you can't forget what he did in
agree.
that building.
I agree.
And he was there for like 9 years?
Yeah.
Yeah, almost 10.
Come on.
Yeah, almost 10. Yeah.
Yeah.
He went through a lot out there. Broken ribs, didn't miss starts. Could have a bum shoulder and get it popped back in, go right back out there. He's one of the toughest quarterbacks that we've had of this generation.
Oh, man, that
One of the toughest
like
ones.
4.5, 5 minute clip uncut by NFL film.
Yeah.
Him, getting separated.
Yeah.
Put it back in,
Pop
put
it
it back
back
in, put
and
it back in,
not
put it
get
back
out
in.
of the game. Like, come on.
Now I'll say this: the Rams overachieved because they weren't supposed to be here.
No, but y'all, I told people though.
This season?
Yes.
If y'all,
Oh, yeah,
I was
'cause-
telling people if y'all got in, y'all were gonna make some noise, at least fight.
Yeah,
no doubt.
And they fought. So I'm proud of them, and I think going into 2024 with the cap space that they have,
Yeah.
everybody was saying get to 2024, forget this season. But the fact that you had young talent, their defensive tackle Kobe Turner led the league led all rookies in sacks, and so it kind of reminded me of
digits?
2014,
Double digits?
9.
Okay.
D-tackle,
It reminded me of 2014 when we took another D tackle
the
and
dog,
was defensive rookie of the year.
the dog, Aaron Donald.
The greatest of Aaron Donald. So maybe not as dominant, but a little bit of, reminiscent of
learning
that.
from him, though.
Right.
You learning from him,
Obviously, playing next to him, he alleviates a lot of that for you to be able to do what you need to do.
right?
But I'm proud of him, and I'm looking forward to next season.
And y'all drafted well, and shout out to Sean McVay, right? Y'all got some young talent on, especially in that secondary.
Yeah.
Yeah, y'all got some talent back
Yeah.
there, man. Shout out to McVay with that, man.
Yeah.
That was legit. That was a legit run for y'all. It showed his value as a head coach. Because like I said, we could have packed it in, but no, we're not doing that because you got the quarterback to make it happen. Shout out to Kyron Williams, a good
Got
year.
the
for
running
him.
back to make it happen.
Yeah, man, Kyron Williams and
Puka!
Puka. I'm saying Puka, man,
Rookie of the year.
took the league by storm.
5th round pick.
From the moment he dropped, that's what I'm saying, man. You got to know what you're looking at, scouting that talent, man.
Yeah.
And he got a brother coming out. I think his brother's coming out next year. He got a brother, same position. Staying at BYU. Same, yeah.
Well, Puka started at BYU and then finished at Washington.
Right.
Yeah.
But his brother that was at BYU, I think he's finishing up at BYU. I don't know if he's coming out this year, but he's going to be available to come
Everybody
out
and their mama. No, that's what his brother
That's
did
his
with
brother.
the Rams. We need to go get
Somebody
him.
get
That's
him.
exactly what
Somebody.
everybody's saying. We need to go get him.
Same position too? What?
Yeah.
Somebody's going to pick him up.
Everybody
All
ain't.
right.
Yeah.
Before we're out of time.
Let's get to the funnies.
Let's get these.
Let's get to the funnies. Let's get to the foolishness.
Okay, let's get these picks going. Okay. Houston, Baltimore first today at 4:30. Baltimore minus 9.5. Who you got?
I heard the weather's. I have to do it for you. I'll give you $1. I heard the weather's pretty shitty. So, I'm still gonna go with the Ravens because they're at home. But I would definitely take the under due to the weather. I listened to a great interview from Travis Coonan yesterday. He does the 5 o'clock Friday Hawks thing, little recap. He called it chalk, so I guess I have to agree with him just as far as the Ravens and the 49ers.
Okay.
Possible Super Bowl preview, but
Rematch.
I was more so interested in his interview because he kept on telling everybody to push for the legalized gambling and sports betting bill that has now actually made it to the next stage of where we need it to go. It's 140 in case anyone's interested, but we're trying to get the legalized gambling going.
He paid your sweat jar.
Thanks, Mike.
If I go to Europe, I'll take this.
Is that a chocolate gold coin?
Euro.
See Euro.
Does he no good?
Thanks, Mike. Appreciate that.
I think I'm gonna take Baltimore too. And the over/under was 43.5 too. By the way, I think I'm gonna go with Baltimore's veteran team. Okay, and I don't want to overlook Houston because they've done a great job this year. D'Amico Ryans, C.J. Stroud is amazing. The receiving core is amazing. That defense steps up a lot for them. But I just feel like Baltimore might be a little bit too much for them in this situation.
Yeah, love C.J. Stroud. Love C.J. Stroud. Will be an MVP candidate next season. And if it wasn't for Lamar Jackson and maybe one other person, would probably be one this season. But I think this is where it comes to an end. We saw what that Baltimore defense did to Brock Purdy in San Francisco, and I think you're now going up against a stud, none the least, but a rookie who they're going to throw a lot of different coverages and
Wink
a lot of different
Martindale.
looks at him.
You know
And they're
Wink
going
is
to get
coming.
after him. And I think it's going to be a little too much for the rookie, and I think Baltimore moves on.
Wink Martindale's coming for him.
Yeah.
He's coming for him.
And that's no shade because my
No.
thing is that's what Baltimore does.
Everybody.
That's what they do.
It is.
So, I mean, hey.
It is.
Also, sleeper. Pay attention to what Dalvin Cook might do.
Yeah. He's healthy. He's,
Just saying.
he's rested.
Just saying.
Yeah.
You never know.
Jets are idiots. Anyway, Green Bay, San Fran minus 10.
Yikes.
Jordan Love coming to town.
I
think it's over for him too.
yeah.
Jair Alexander's a game time decision.
Yep.
So that's
I don't think
crucial.
that matters either way. I think
To stop that trio of receivers?
ain't but,
I
ain't
mean, you'll
but
need
one
him.
of them.
You'll need him.
He's only one person.
Yeah, but if one
Unless you go have two other Jair Alexanders out there.
yeah.
when he's fully healthy, you could say he's a top corner in the league.
Top five.
Sure.
Top 5,
Yeah,
6.
absolutely.
Right.
Yeah.
But if he's a game time decision, all right, even at 50%,
Here's the problem in this game, and this is where Green Bay's defense may be kind of shaking in their boots a bit. They're one of the worst teams in the league against the run. What does San Francisco like to do?
Hand it to that guy,
power
And
run.
who is that guy?
Power
Christian
run.
McCaffrey.
Okay. So therefore, we ain't even got to the weapons on the outside. We ain't got to Brandon Ayuk. We ain't got to Debo. We ain't got to George Kittle. We ain't got to none of that. We talking about that guy in the backfield who is
Led the league and everything.
in everything. Is a dual threat. Is the modern day and fair skin Marshall Faulk.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Period.
that's fair to say.
Point blank. Yep.
It might be a long day for that Green Bay defense. I know
telling
what they did in Dallas, but Dallas ain't San Francisco.
No.
They're not as tough as San Francisco. They don't have the grit. And we're not even talking about the other side of the ball.
Yep. I was just finna
I
say that
love Jordan
that
Love.
defense.
He and Jordan Love and C.J. Stroud had identical numbers last weekend.
Yep.
Pretty much had the same QBR rating, all
Great
that.
games.
Here's the thing. That's another defense that he's going up against. They don't have to blitz.
No.
That front four, they're going to pin their ears back.
Yep.
And I don't know if that Green Bay offensive line can deal with it.
Nicky
They got,
Bosa
they
is
got
coming.
2 waves, though. They're like 8 deep on the
Yeah,
line.
they are.
Yeah.
Nicky Bosa and Armstead.
I
them
just
boys,
I
they
just
coming.
don't I think that's where it stops in San Fran. It's just too much. That defense you can take that defense to the moon, and they're gonna do what they need to do.
Yep, I'm going San Fran too.
For the younger generation that are watching and listening to the show that aren't really too familiar with Marshall Falk's game, you could say a more modern day LT,
Okay,
possibly,
same era. Though. Same era.
for the triple threatness.
Yeah, he was a better receiver than LT.
McCaffrey
You want Marshall?
or Marshall.
Marshall.
Yeah.
I think it was the better. Marshall.
Splitting hairs, both
Well,
Hall of
splitting hairs.
Famers,
Well,
yeah.
Marshall, you're talking about 1,000 in receiving and rushing in the same season. So
Christian
I think
has done that.
you go Roger Craig back in the old 49er days, Marshall Falk, and then you look. I mean, there have been other guys. You had Brian Westbrook and guys like that. But as far as guys that rush for 1,000 and catch for 1,000, McCaffrey is right there.
I agree. All right, Tampa at Detroit. Detroit -6.
I'm now that the Dolphins are out, I'm pulling for Detroit.
Might as
Just
well.
how far can they go?
Yeah, I'm pulling for Detroit too. I think when you start talking about the Bucks defense, when it comes to offenses that use a lot of motion, the Bucks are terrible. They are a terrible defense when it comes to teams that use a lot of motion. Detroit, Ben Johnson, who is I think should be one of the top head coaching candidates for the Atlanta Falcons to look
We
at.
interviewed him.
He's
Has he interviewed already?
Yeah.
And DC over there too.
DC over there too, because of what he's top 5 offense, what he's done with Sam Laporta. I imagine what he could do with
Pitts.
Kyle Pitts, more talented tight end and faster and more athletic. But that's neither here nor there.
Yep.
The way he utilizes those guys and the way he puts Amon-Ra St. Brown in motion,
Amon-Ra, the sun god.
they have enough talent. They have enough weapons there
Yeah.
to be able to put that Bucks defense on their heels, and I think to cause a lot of problems. And that defense is going to get after Baker Mayfield.
Aiden Hutchinson's coming.
Yeah,
Aiden Hutchinson's coming.
yeah.
And I think Baker could, you know how he can do sometimes.
Yeah.
And he had a good game last time. He's going to come in feeling himself. He's going to come in cocky with the swag and get hit in the mouth a couple times. He get chunking that thing around.
Now, at the same time, Baker has done very well. They've done a pretty good job protecting him at times. And when Baker has had time and he's done his thing,
You got it.
he's got. I was trying to pop that bottle open.
You got it. You got it.
It's all good.
Yeah.
When Baker has had time, he's been able to get the ball to Godwin. He's been able to get the ball to Mike, and we saw that versus the Eagles.
Yeah.
So let's not be. I don't think this will be a blowout. What's the how much are they favored by?
6.5. I mean, just 6. 6-point game.
Okay.
Detroit by 6. Real quick before we go, the game of the way everybody wants to see, the rivalry still continues. KC and Buffalo.
I was talking this to Mike when we were coming in here. I think this might be Buffalo.
Think they get them this
Because
time?
they've been waiting to get him at home. This is Pat Mahomes' first
thank you so
road
much.
playoff game
Yep.
of his career.
It is.
And I think Buffalo, this is their opportunity.
Mike, you join us? No. Okay.
Buffalo -3. So I mean, they're at home. It's gonna be snowy, but they both can deal with the cold. So
Yeah.
we'll see what happens, man. I'm just because I'm not the biggest Josh Allen fan, I'm gonna say KC pull it out anyway.
I wouldn't be surprised if they do. I hate
that's-
going against AR-15.
Me too.
Josh Allen's.
Turn it over.
Casey wins.
All right, let's take us home.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this was a fantastic episode number 27, the Austin Riley edition. Special thank you to Brendan, to RyanBeasley.com for being in the building, Power M Alex Broadcasting Company,
Yeah.
Mike 108.9. We do appreciate you. Chris Langley, thank you for the adult beverages. We're going to do a little taste here. Box! I love Tom.
This tastes like something that you would drink over the holidays.
Yeah, definitely does.
It's very
I'm a Grand Marnier guy, so
gonna say,
I think
yeah.
this is right up my alley.
Yeah, no doubt.
yeah, a little bit, but this is very
Not as not as a kick, much of a kick. But I
I
dig
don't
it,
want to
though.
say cinnamon bun.
Yeah, no.
Don't say
yeah.
cider-ish.
I'm getting a little apricot, a little cinnamon.
Yeah, yeah,
definitely
yeah.
holidays.
Yeah.
Very good, Chris. Thank you so much. We do
doubt.
appreciate you. Ladies and gentlemen, be safe. I hope you enjoyed the show today. We do appreciate you, and we'll see you sometime in February.
Yep.
But for the meantime,
warm
in
out
between
there.
time, stay warm and bye!
Have a good one, y'all. Have a good Saturday.